Why do you people keep buying so many damn crossovers? If you want cargo capacity and seating space, you should really get one of these. Now, I don't know what committee determined that minivans are uncool, but I'd like to give them a stern talking to. When it comes to efficiently hauling people or payload, nothing is better than a minivan, and arguably the best of the breed today is Honda's Odyssey. Always a solid choice, this nameplate has now been around for a quarter century and 5 generations. It's grown so much since the first version came out in 1995 with its swinging doors and 4-cylinder engine. To commemorate this birthday, Honda has introduced a special 25th anniversary package. Now, this is a dealer-installed option that should be available on all versions of the Odyssey, from the base LX model all the way up to the range-topping Elite version here. This package includes things like chrome-plated roof rails, body side moldings, and lower door garnishes. You also get illuminated sill plates and unique fender badges, plus a special key fob. All this nougaty goodness costs $1,500 on its own, or $2,800 with the available 19-inch wheel package. Also new for the 2020 model year, engine stop-start and a 10-speed automatic transmission are standard across the Odyssey lineup. Next up, let's talk about what makes this minivan so gosh darn useful. But first, a gentle reminder, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and ring the bell. Moving along, depending on how it's configured, the Odyssey has room for 7 or 8 people, so go ahead, toss those contraceptives in the trash. The third row seats are comfortable for adults, which is a major win. Plus, there are air vents and cup holders for passengers traveling in economy class. As for the second row, it's also quite nice, both spacious and plush. The seats also have a nifty trick up their sleeve. With the center section removed, these outer buckets actually slide from side to side. Now, this makes it much easier to access the third row or keep tabs on a child sitting in a seat here, or just sit closer to your neighbor. In typical Honda fashion, the Odyssey is loaded with storage cubbies, from the front door panels to the center console to behind the rearmost seats. There are more nooks and crannies than a loaf of sourdough bread. Power ports are also aplenty, and there's even a wireless charging pad. When it's time to haul payload rather than passengers, this van also excels. The backmost seats tuck away in one smooth motion, giving you a mostly flat floor. The only problem is, the second row seats are a total pain to remove. They're nearly 70 pounds each according to my bathroom scale, and they're super awkward to extract or install. At least when they're out, the Odyssey should be able to accommodate 4x8 sheets of building material. These may be slightly more comfortable, but in my opinion, Chrysler's Stow and Go system is far superior. Those second row seats fold right into the floor, completely out of the way. Now I've got to go reinstall these silly things. But before I herniate myself, check this out. Touring and Elite models come with an integrated vacuum cleaner. This thing is surprisingly effective at sucking up dirt or cracker crumbs, maybe even cleaning up a crime scene. Beyond the Honda Vac, Elite models also get standard leather seating surfaces and an 11-speaker audio system. There's also a Blu-ray DVD player for rear seat passengers and tri-zone climate control, plus the front seats are heated and ventilated. An infotainment system with an 8-inch display, integrated navigation, and support for both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is also included. This thing even has a volume knob, though a tuning dial is still MIA. There are 2 other features of note here in the Odyssey. One is called Cabin Watch, the other Cabin Talk. Now, the former lets you keep tabs on people that are riding in the back seats. It's got a small video camera mounted up in the headliner. It's a pretty cool little feature. The other one is like an in-vehicle PA system that also lets you talk with people riding in the way back without raising your voice. But you know what does scream? The engine. No, it's not loud or unrefined, but this Honda makes a nice, snarly sound when it's working hard. The only power plant offered in this not-so-mini van is a 3.5-liter V6. It's rated at a healthy 280 horses with 262 pound-feet of torque. As I mentioned earlier, it's matched exclusively to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Features like direct injection and cylinder deactivation help improve fuel economy. Active engine mounts also keep things smooth when you're not running on all 6 pots. But no matter the model, you should expect 19 miles per gallon in city driving, 28 on the highway, and 22 mpg combined. Now, in mixed, fairly heavy-footed driving, I've managed around 22.5 mpg, which is really pretty good. As for technology, EX and higher models get Honda Sensing. That's the automaker's excellent suite of advanced driver aids. Now, this includes things like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, road departure mitigation, and more. The adaptive cruise control works quite well, as does the lane keeping system. If you do cross a line, the vehicle will flash a warning at you in the instrument cluster, and then it will nudge the steering wheel a little bit just to get you back into the center of the lane. This Odyssey is also equipped with blind spot monitoring, LED headlamps with automatic high beams, power folding side view mirrors, and rain sensing wipers, a feature that is particularly useful on this miserable, cold, and drizzly day. An electronic parking brake is standard across the range, as is one of my new favorite features, automatic brake hold. So basically, when the vehicle is stopped, you don't have to keep putting pressure on the brake pedal. It will automatically hold the vehicle stationary. Super helpful. Now, as for performance, the Odyssey accelerates with remarkable ease. No, it's not particularly fast, but it's quicker than you might expect for something this chunky. That 10-speed transmission makes the most of this vehicle's available power, and it's usually quite smooth, though it is a bit reluctant to drop gears. So if you want to accelerate, you want to pass some slower moving vehicles, you've really got to dip into the accelerator to get it to drop a gear or 5. Another feather in the Odyssey's cap are chart-topping crash test scores. If you plan on getting into a wreck, this thing should be about as secure as a bank vault. Now, I would love to crash this thing. I mean, the video would get dozens and dozens of views, I'm sure, though Honda probably wouldn't like that very much. So check out this footage from IIHS. Look at that impact. Wow. So, after this in-depth look at the 2020 Honda Odyssey, have I convinced you to get one yet? Well, I certainly hope you'll consider one. This vehicle is safe and efficient. It also drives well. It's comfortable, spacious, and comes loaded with technology. For families and even other folks, it could be an ideal option. As for pricing, this range-topping model here, stickers for $48,415. However, if you ain't that fancy, you can drive away in a base LX version for less than $32,000. And yes, both of those prices do include $1095 and destination charges. For more videos, the latest automotive news, and to read my full review of this Honda, head on over to theroadshow.com.